Port Royale before we leave?
Yeah, man, I just want to say, support your local farmers. There's a lot of good craft farmers around the state that are need to have been raised more awareness of the fact that they also produce killer product. There's a lot of us. I'm not the only one that wants to grow
See if we can pull it off.
So salute to the farmers and salute to you for coming out, and I appreciate the team taking the time to be part of the adventure.
Respect it, brother.
Right on,
Appreciate you.
I respect you coming up here, and you know, this whole thing is, you know, especially me, the way Ridgeline's blown up, and this way it's like being able to have cookies help blow up the sun grown, you know, and give love to small farmers. You know, that's what it's about.
Sure. So look, for those watching right now, we just pulled up to Ridgeline Farms. It's homie Jason. We're in Humboldt County. This homie right here is 2-time winner of the Emerald Cup. I know he got dank. I know he got some of our shit growing, so we're gonna check it out. Back in Humboldt County.
Okay. Yeah, I got some of these, you know, the cheetah piss. Choke them up, check them out.
Cheetah piss, goddamn. Let's see if I can still get some of that.
He wants his flowers right now, man. He wants to. So you won? What'd you win with last year? You won with the runs, and then the year before.
Right here, Green Lantern.
The Green Lantern the year before.
Yeah. You ready? You got a special one with the nuts with the Smell that?
Is this a greenhouse full sun?
It's all, well, greenhouse, but no lights or nothing, you know. We do it old school style here. Pull tarp by hand. Do a small farm. Right?
See, I'm gonna give the viewer the view that they're used to seeing, which is that, you know, that trike on here, because them motherfuckers busting. These cameras do a cool job, but when you put it on like this, that's what they're used to seeing on the gram. Look at that right there.
I mean, this is what we're trying to do right now. We're, you know, and this is, I feel kind of like I got, there's multiple people in the Emerald Triangle, but you know, they got put up in this position where we have to kind of keep the Humboldt name going, and you know, Humboldt didn't get its name from indoor. It just didn't. It's like, you know, my dad was growing big fat plants, you know, before I was born. And, you know, that's where this Humboldt name came. So for me to get this opportunity, you know, to work with somebody like you guys, I mean, you guys are going to help educate the consumers. And, I mean, I know there's a lot of art in indoor. I've grown plenty indoor. It's not, I'm not dogging it, but I'm telling you, you smoke fresh, full sun weed, that, I mean, the difference, you feel it in your body, your mind, your soul. It's like a different high. You smell this, what won it last year. This is, what's that? Ooh. Yeah, I know. It just has a flavor you can't resist. It's fire, you know. It's good strains.
So, for anyone that's watching that doesn't understand what the Emerald Cup is, the Emerald Cup is a cannabis cup that happens every year, and pretty much is based on sun-grown herb. So the sun-grown farmers enter the herb, and obviously it's not easy to grow sun-grown.
Here we go.
This man swept it 2 times last year with this right here, the white runs. Again, I'm gonna pull my camera out. I'm gonna document all this shit because I'm fired up that you're rocking with us. And to be honest, like, I just know because how big we're expanding that we have. When you become a little bigger, you kind of become a target when it comes to like hate and shit like that. So no, but I want to say, you know, straight up, I appreciate you rocking with us because I can see people be like, oh, you're fucking with them, that's bullshit. But people don't realize that we want to fuck with people from the game. We want to keep people from the game in the game, and so we'd rather work with people like yourself more than anyone. So I appreciate you not really caring what people may say about our partnership, because I'm one of those guys. I'm from the city.
NBA sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star Stadium, very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Obviously, they do everything big here in Dallas, and the introduction of the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football and Big D, as their guys will do battle with the Arizona Cardinals.
Hey, I'm gonna back out, send it again, man. We both got on our dark shit.
And we are underway from AT&T Stadium. This is Tony Pollard. And he's only going to get this to the 4-yard line.
Nah, I'm wearing blue. Yeah, I hear you, but I'm blue. I'm at home. You pick yours. Where you at? Nah, I'm at home. Home team pick. You know that. Cut it out.
I don't want to spark the debate, but I was just given an indoor batch of pink rosé last week, and this right here is actually way better smelling, looking, buzz structure. I mean, is, you know, the sun, baby. So this is the kind of pack that you can pass as an indoor pack for sure.
Right? You know that game? We played that game.
Yeah.
We played that game.
You know,
indoor.
Well, before people ruined the game and started talking about depths and, you know, greenhouse prices, like back in the early 2000s, this was gold to me because it would be the same.
You know, home team get choice, brother.
Right, straight up. 4,800. It's indoor. There's no such thing as a depth.
I mean, that's what we're trying to, you know, that's what we are trying to do right now, is prove that the sun grown, you know, it can be, and it's better high. I mean, I guarantee that's going to get you higher than indoor. Your lungs, you smoke it, you don't have that gnarly cough. It's different.
We're going to continue to have that conversation, sun grown versus indoor.
Yeah.
And when it comes to strains like this, bro, shit. This looks like the shit that cats in the East Coast are pouring baking soda on.
We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with the Arizona Cardinals.
You know, I like friends with my family around here. I mean,
from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25.
Brands that you think need that shot. And just like what we're doing with you, we want to do with them as well. Give them some shit to grow. Make sure that it's just going to be sold, representing the stores. So we should put everyone out here. We got to put Humble back on the map, especially on the white market. Because, you know, the cool thing is LA has always had that we don't want no outdoor shit. And we educate the shit on it. Just cookies alone. By having the trap half ounces and the trap zips, you can get $200 zip, $150 zip. People eat it up because they're seeing shit like this. They're like, what the fuck? Why is it so
And early, how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield? Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
I think we got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line. How about the play he makes there? Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
Just put the stamp and help educate people on the white market.
On second and 12, Murray. Buying time to his left.
Wow.
Deep left side. Oh, wide open, complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A huge play there for Arizona.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure is good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to stay plastered to receivers long enough. And sure enough, they let a man come up.
He is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Matt Breida with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Cardinals take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that makes the score 7-0.
I've told many of them, like, you could have fucking 100,000 square foot nice greenhouse. You don't know how to go
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away.
So people listening to what we're talking about.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
Just stamping that we're, you know, producing here. We chose a.
How the fuck we got trouble already?
And get shit like this popping. We want to leave people that are great at what they're doing, in charge of what they're doing. We just want to embrace it. That's all we like to do. So I think it's her and her owner were evacuated to go to the fire. So the dog is just chilling right here with us. You know, it's part of the life. It's what's going on right now. Northern California wildfires, pretty mania. So, you know, the dog is chilling and we're all chilling.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. Elliott a 1st down and more. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle. If you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to rumble.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard, and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. This defense for the Cards, they were excellent in that victory over Indianapolis.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. To throw is Prescott. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
I own 400 acres. You know, as a young person coming on the land, I could not believe that nobody wanted this. We came on the land, and there was...
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice and meetings talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts them down in the minds of their opponents.
2nd and 10.
We're in trouble. There's no way in the world to this thing up. I kind of chain up on the tree up there.
Shotgun now from Murray. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play.
Oh, really? Okay.
This cost $8,500 to build. And so even doorknobs, see, we made our own doorknobs.
So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Oh, on the defensive side, that is so deflating.
Not only is it deflating, they've got to look at each
All right,
other's
we need to
eyes
turn
on that
over.
side of the ball and take each other's measure. You've got them backed up, perfect situation, and what they said to you on the other side is, we don't think you can stop us. Went ahead and got it in that position. That should never happen.
Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And Charles, you think about what this defense has had to prepare for. They're in for a battle. I mean, they're facing a team that is working on a 6-game winning streak.
And that can be intimidating when you think about it in those terms, but I think what they need to do is make some sort of a statement early in this game.
Where the fuck is the defense?
Touchdown Cardinals. Henry Ruggs, his 19th touchdown now in the season. And the Cards have taken a 13-0 first-quarter lead.
And we did it for us delivery. Now this is a third house. We first built the
Rosas good with the extra point, and it's now 14-0.
Because my wife $2,800 built this. So I got it for 15 years.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away.
Then we went to a 3-bedroom house.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
So one day, I sat down here and I said, this is wrong. I had absolutely
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll run with Elliott. He finds some open field here. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. 66 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Sort of expression that you will not get if you don't have other
2nd and 11 now.
Okay, you okay? You know,
they'll try to throw now. Prescott. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
I had 2 or 3 people over
now Elliott.
My fault, fellas. My motherfucking fault.
The line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. They'll try again with Elliott. He's met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Prescott on 3rd and goal. And it'll be
wow.
Read it well, and it's picked.
Motherfucker. Well, we know we can drive.
It's like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the 1st half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
He talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Play fake. Murray. Escaping the pressure right. He'll let this go.
Good hit, good hit, good hit.
And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. Flushed out right. He'll let this go deep for runs.
Fucking kidding me.
Complete. And he's got the 1st down yardage before being taken down at midfield. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the
rush coming, and he's taken down. Keanu Neal with a safety blitz for the sack. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. From the gun, Murray. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a very good return as he takes this all the way up to the 35-yard line. He exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball, and that one was picked off.
So far as his terrific season continues here. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Again, it's to Elliott. And he stopped immediately there. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage.
God damn, Dak, son of a bitch.
Picked off by Byron Murphy, and the Cardinals force the turnover. They'll take over their own 27. And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the second quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one, and they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception. Tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a second one.
Incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball
Need a pick.
And it's 2nd down.
When you're running the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Out of the gun, here's Murray. DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Throwing on 1st down is Murray. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Isabella. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
You came out here and had solar when you first came out?
No solar.
On 1st down, here's Breida. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They fake the handoff. Now Murray eluding the pressure right. That's going to be knocked away and complete.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
It was beautiful. It's kind of had its day.
1st down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down.
We had 15 years. The children grew up in, you know.
Murray going to throw. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This is old brain remembers. When I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And then reaching out to grab the rope and then just the ball kept going.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And no return on this one as the fair catch is...
Damn, look like we about to go out like suckers. Zeke will be coming back.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. This is Elliott. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Gregory Rousseau able to bring him down. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
Gonna take a shot for Gallup.
Goodness, Dak.
Picked off by Greg Newsome. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here.
We're going to sit Dak down next possession.
But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
Escaping the pressure right. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. They'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down. Murray now to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield.
Damn, dude. Couldn't catch up to that motherfucker, man.
On the Cowboys side of the field. A huge play there for Arizona.
It's easy to make things complex, but doing simple and you know,
a real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Out of the shotgun, Breida. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time. Forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
On 2nd and 11 now. Murray. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. Touchdown! And Isabella with touchdown number 8 on the
Well,
year.
we knew what we was getting into anyway, fellas. First round draft picks.
PAT up and good by Rosas. And the lead is now 24. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away.
And we did the 3 hours.
On the return, Tony Pollard from his end zone.
We did calligraphy. We thought calligraphy was important. You know, people don't have calligraphy anymore. Yeah, I see some Narnia books here. Yeah, there you go. We taught him how to read early. And so that was, and then they went out to mill goats. At 5 years old, they took over all the chores. They were out at 7 o'clock in the morning with a lantern. There's a goat shed. Each one had a goat.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. On 2nd and 9, Prescott. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Prescott. Left side to Lamb. And they're able to get this one across the 35. I think everyone in the stadium saw that big hit coming.
And I, as a former defensive back, have to admit I'm a little disappointed. He actually was able to hold on to the ball. He brought the lumber on that play. Give my man a whole lot of credit for taking the hit.
Damn, Dag.
Intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 22. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
45 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
But they did horrible damage to the folks. What they did, man tries to...
Once again, they run with Breida on 1st down. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Play action. Now it's Murray. Rolling to his left. And complete to Zach Ertz. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a 1st down.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offensive perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
Meanwhile, Murray's throw here taken in by Isabella. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with this 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6. He finds Hopkins complete. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It'll be a gain of 5, and that's going to make it 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. Rosa's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
trees they shouldn't cut.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. Miles Jack there to make the tackle. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They go to Elliott again. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A give to Elliott. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Hey, what's going on?
Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches.
Description below, and also don't forget
going to be incomplete. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, and they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Pollard going to try the right side, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40.
Part of your plan. It's considered to be a high-stress training technique, but
so the Cowboys in possession of football here as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. He decided to turn it loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
On
2nd and 11 now. Prescott looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And this is taken in at the 5. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. A big connection on that one. 37 yards.
Leaves, you know what I'm saying, and whatever growth that is on the very top. So everything else are pretty much stripped
They'll
out.
try to run it in with Elliott. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. What a game this defense continues to play, huh?
Yeah, they've been aggressive from the first snap, and they've controlled this ball game. But right now, if you're on the other side of the ball, you got to match that aggressiveness. No points so far in this game. Moving the football, got to be that way to go against them and try and get some points on the board.
And I'm curious on the defensive side if they stay aggressive, because you know they want to pitch this shutout.
Yeah, they have to be aggressive, but they also have to be smart about it as well, because one mistake can turn into 6 points.
Growth is absolutely explosive, and you can just keep the top.
A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4.
Really super hella strong, you know, then you might want to be like, oh, you know what, maybe I'm going to keep the top 4, maybe the 5 nodes, and then cut everything down from there. Now, if you've ever seen like the really big flowers, you know, like either Google Images or
Ezekiel Elliott, his 14th touchdown now of the year. And the Cowboys are finally on the board here in the fourth quarter. Zerline connects on the extra point, and the lead now down to 20.
I'd start to get some credit too, okay? Like, I mean, the proof is in the pudding, or what you could say. Also, guys,
the kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Flowers got like really big. Make sure you go to the 420 Steam
taking it about the
server,
1.
so that way you can see all the day-to-day stuff that we've been going on, all the growth progress from the beginning. We did mainlining, so if you kind of need help with the mainlining, I think it's great if you can see my plans from day to day. So what I did, you know, from the seedling stage to the early part of the vet stage, when I mainlined, and all the training techniques that I did from that point on. We did not.
And they take a knee.
The Mandarin cookies this run. I don't want to hear any BS for, oh, you know, you need to lollipop this run. Nah. We're not going
They set the goal beginning of the year. Hey, let's win 7 games. Unfortunately, with this loss, they can't do it.
So now it'll be interesting to see how they respond as a team, because sometimes when you set goals, if you don't achieve them, you don't care anymore. You let everything else go. I want to see if they're going to continue to fight, scratch, claw, do whatever to try and get as many wins as possible, even if it doesn't reach their stated number.
I'm not even going to make it about this, all right? I just want to make that little portion.
Yeah, Dak.
Anybody just kind of strolled in here to see your first video. Well, let's think about this a minute. Just take your plans. And I'm talking about the people that complain that they're not getting a big yield. Look at the bottoms of your plant. It's super important. And as a general rule of thumb, and I tried this because, you know, Kyle Cushman pretty much said to do this, and that's to keep the top 3 nodes, like I mentioned earlier, and remove everything else. Kyle Cushman, he actually had a word for the branches that just start randomly forming. I think Kyle Cushman, he had a phrase. I don't even remember what it was. I think they were just like, I don't know, it was like another word for useless branches or something that is pretty much just stealing energy. All you're doing is shifting your plant's energy and directing it to what really matters. Your main flowers. I mean, that is what really matters.